Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some dragons, but this time in Gruul colors. I'm probably going to do a lot of dragon decks because we're in a set that has a lot of dragons, so I don't know. But anyway, this is actually kind of just splashing green for a little bit of help, but there's some really cool cards here, and one or two that you might have forgotten about, so let's talk about them. First at the top is Dragon Master Outcast. This card was actually, I have an old one in here, but this is actually from Foundations. I think people kind of overlooked and forgot this, but it is cool. Late in the game, you actually get some free dragons for having a bunch of land, so that's good. We're going to play some Torch Tower because we got to be able to deal with mice still early. Llanowar Elves, obviously, because we're in green, might as well be doing something with it. Invasion of Tarkir, just another way to remove some things, occasionally get ourselves another dragon. Molten Exhale. This is cool because it could be instant speed, just 4 damage, assuming we have a dragon to show for it. Then we have Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant. Obviously, it helps us with our mana, so we like that. We're going to be playing some Heritage Reclamation. This is kind of the necessity of green in this deck because you need ways to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. This gives you a way to target something in the graveyard just as a bonus. But, you know, it's not great, but it's something we got to have, honestly. I think that's when we get out of stuff like this. Though, if you wanted to, you could play the 3/3 creature that does the same thing, that you pay the extra, like get rid of graveyard, destroy artifacts, enchantments. So that's an option if you want to play that as well. Frillback, that's the card. A couple of Carnelian of the Dragon kind, so that way you can actually give your big dragons haste. And then our Slew of Dragons. Decadent Dragon. We don't have a ton of ways to use Expensive Taste, but I wanted another 4/4 dragon here. But we can do it with some treasure that a previous dragon produces or from Sarkhan, so those are some options. Then we have Magmatic Hellkite, obviously to slow our opponent's mana down. Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest. This actually works well with Carnelian Orb because if it comes out, you can play it and attack with it and get a couple of triggers all on the same turn. And then we're going to see if we can do double damage with our dragons with Twin Flame Tyrant. So lots of cool stuff going on with this one. Of course, like always, there'll be a link down in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor, where you can download this. Or if you just want to buy this deck or buy other stuff or just look for rare things, go check out Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. Use code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5%. And seriously, go check out the site, even if you don't know what you want to buy yet. Just go look around. But for now, let's go see if these dragons can rumble. That wasn't as good. Let's just go see if we can do double damage with our dragons. I don't really love that. Like, that's not how we really want to start there. But this isn't any better. We should just kept the last hand. At least we had more land there. Alright, well. Sucks to be you, little Dragon Master Outcaster. You're going to have to do the thing on your own. This was not your intended lot in life. I mean, I guess good news is they only are playing an island there, so the outcast didn't die? Oh, it'll die now. One way or the other. Okay, well, I guess we're just attacking. They can flash and block if they want. I'm not going to fight them over it. Prankster. Oh, they're doing Reanimator things, so this Heritage Reclamation might be important. Huh. So we're going to have to be careful playing around stuff here. We can at least slow them down for a turn with Hellkite. Then after that, I think we have to leave up Reclamation. Or we can't beat a Reanimated Valgavoth, I don't think. I mean, it may be possible, but it feels difficult. Alright, so we know they can't counter. Which they might have been planning to, I don't know. But they're obviously going to have to search for a swamp here. Cool. We can live with that. And right now, they only have one Reanimator target, and they didn't discard anything. Which makes me feel like they don't have another big creature in hand, or they would have loaded the graveyard for it. Would have been silly not to, otherwise. Huh. Well, this is where stuff gets interesting. Because it's tempting to want to play this. But again, I think we just have to play defensively, knowing they could probably reanimate a Valgavoth. Ah, they had a tap land here. Thought they might zombify or some such. Now, I can just preemptively try to get rid of Valgavoth, but it feels like they might also have a counter, so I don't want to yet. Alright. End the turn. Like, they can kill our Outcast now if they want to, knowing that we can start getting free dragons. Well, I guess I could have played our Decadent Dragon as well. That would have been reasonable, because I could have left up mana. It's alright, though. I think we'll be okay. I just got one plan in my head, and, you know, logic skipped out the door for a second. Alright. Dragon. Play this. And this is instant speed, so they'll probably try to go for a Valgavoth here. Especially against green-red, because you're thinking they don't really have a way to do anything with stuff in the graveyard. And in most cases, they would be right. Yep, and this is why we waited. Not to say they don't have more Reanimator spells, but now they have to find something for the yard and a Reanimator spell, and this gives us a chance. But I could have had the dragon out a turn before had I been paying attention, so things could definitely have been different here. Wow, they're going to deadly cover up. That's how desperate they are. That's good, though. So they have nothing to reanimate other than Prankster. I wonder if this is really like a Dimir control that just happens to have a couple of Reanimator options. Because, like, this could just be a control/kill spell, you know? Alright. Let's see if you got another one. Because that would be believable. The funny thing is now if they play something that gets, say, like a Valgavoth or whatever, we could play our second Tyrant and attack, and we would deal double and then double. So we would deal 12 to actually fight a Valgavoth, which is amusing. Yep, we can run into that just fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite enough mana to do what we want. So, let me think about this. If we were to activate this and attack, then this becomes a thing. They could double block, but then if they don't, they take... Yeah, they have to split their blocks here if we do this. Oh, Arena. Really? You're going to leave those untapped? How kind of you. Though, if we do this... Nope, because it uses our land. Alright, we were right with our first plan. Let's just do this. Because of the Twin Flame Tyrant, if they try to double block our Tyrant, they die. Yep, that was their best case scenario. They still take 6. Alright. End the turn. Kiora, sure. They gotta find a kill spell for a Twin Flame Tyrant at the very least. If they don't, that's probably it. I mean, I say that. If they put something in the yard and reanimate here... I mean, well, they already have Scavenger Regent, so... You could block, take... that would still be 6, though. Okay, that guy gets you 7 life. Hmm. They had to have kept a kill spell. Nothing else makes sense here, right? So if we activate a land, attack, they block, and yeah, you only have one card. Like, this kind of has to be it, right? I mean, I don't know. It's probably, who knows? Maybe some flash, something crazy. But we'll find out. I don't know. All right. Incoming. I was say, kind of, well, yeah, they don't have a card in, so they go to 2 anyway, and they still die. Yeah, okay. Sure. All right, cool. That was a game of patience, but we got there. But I will say, not playing that dragon on the appropriate turn probably kept us at least 1 treasure, if not 2 treasures down, which would have ultimately let us win 2 turns prior, because we've been able to activate multiple lands or play Twin Flame Tyrant and activate a land or whatever, which we weren't able to do there. So, mistake did matter. Fortunately, we did get punished for it. Okay, sure. Also, a reminder, if y'all haven't checked out our sponsor, Tales of Adventure, y'all should. They have a lot of stuff on their site. And the other cool part is they go to all the major shows, so they're always getting, like, inventory of rare and crazy cards. So if there's something you've been wanting to fill out your deck that you haven't been able to find, check them out. And on a different note, man, if one of y'all works for, like, a beverage company or something, hell, let's hook up a sponsorship. Because, man, I realize I drink so many drinks with those, like, flavor additives and stuff. I'm just like, man, let's hook it up. Let's do some business. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. Like, if your plan's just to try to kill all our stuff, then you just get to kill all our stuff. That's fine. I mean, our hand's just mana at this point anyway. What are we really gonna do? We're gonna have to find us some dragons. They do have all their colors. Ooh, Animpokal. That's a thing. Alright, we're going to attack, make a treasure. Use that treasure for this guy, which gets 2 triggers, and then we'll just deal 4 to the opponent. Ooh, those both could potentially be useful here. Sarkhan would have been good, actually. Because we could have played Carnelian and Sarkhan. Whatever the opponent does, one of them has to be to kill Dragonhawk here. Otherwise, like, if I find another 4-power creature, they risk just dying. Okay, well, they just die anyway, I guess. Yeah, and in case you notice, I now have the Dragon Eye lands, and for whatever reason, Arena did not acknowledge those that I had them. I had to mark them as the favorite, even though I'd paid for them, so that's a thing now. Ooh, I kind of want a Llanowar Elf here. But I also kind of want to remove the opponent's things. So I think we're just going to play to remove things. I think that's the smarter play. Alright. So we take away the token as well. I have a feeling they're going to play something that we'll try to kill with Invasion of Tarkir. I've seen this little duder popping up in a couple of decks. People seem to like that card. Kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't think it's particularly good or bad, but definitely good enough that people believe in it. I mean, I get it, though. If it's your single body, like, you do get... Oh, that's it? Well, I was going to say, I at least get it, that if it's your singular creature, it does produce more things and grow, which is kind of cool. So I do like that aspect of it. But I do tend to like some of the other 1-mana things if I'm going to be in red-white. What I think happened here, though, is the opponent probably kept a hand with double Sunbillow Verge and didn't get any red mana, that was my guess. But either way, a win's a win. You take it and move on. Man, I've been drawing this Dragon Master Outcast in the early hands, and I don't like that. Alright, let's keep this. Let's get rid of this, maybe? Gonna have to get a little creative, but I feel like if we get this down and we get a Carnelian, like, maybe there's something in there. You know what? You're something. Let's go ahead. I was thinking maybe not do anything, then just play Carnelian in that in the next turn, but this is fine. You want to kill our 1/1? Like, yeah, get that out of here. Ooh, used a go for the throat on it. Love that. Like, not even facetiously. Like, that's great. When they don't use a cut down and they use a real thing, when you have stuff like dragons, that's great for you. Alright. Are we doing graveyardy things? We're doing a lot of graveyardy. Wow. What's going on there? That's definitely something. Well, I guess we'll do this. Because why not? That'll at least keep them off a few options. No shield rids or anything in our future. Though I considered going Decadent Dragon to get the treasure, and then being able to play this the next turn with any other big dragon would have been cool. But I'm going to assume this Magmatic Hellkite's dead either way. Not very likely. They have no removal spells and 5 cards. Yep. Sounds good. I mean, if we could also just keep top-decking dragons, I wouldn't be upset either. Alright, opponent's at 12. More kill spells? So they can play land out of their graveyard? Is that what that is? Yeah. What's the other side of that? When you unlock this door, you can cast spells from your graveyard this turn. If you would put into your graveyard... Oh, okay, yeah. That's fine. So we're just going to have 1 mana open here. Let's find a dragon. That looks... That's the opposite of a dragon. What are they doing, actually? I think that's more confusing here. Kind of wish I had a creature land. They can play these, but then what? Like, you don't have removal spells. You really kill that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, they could play robbery to get lands off top of our library and maybe take a turn to cast something. We just want them to spend mana, and then we top deck a Dragonhawk. Actually, or the double damage dragon. Either one works here, actually. Alright. Okay, Deadly Cover-Up works. Let's find one of the 2 dragons we were looking for. Either one's a winner. Because we get to deal 5 and then 4, or we get to deal 6 and then 2 from our hand. So either way works. Oh my gosh. We missed. Okay. Still not out of it, though. Those are still winners as things stand. Alright. I'm assuming they're holding on to removal or some such here. Oh, this is interesting. Do we... I mean... I'm just going to let them keep the creature. I'm gonna see what we could do here. Wait. Let's use this for colorless. I don't know if it's going to matter. Well, it doesn't matter. We have the treasure and everything. What's the most expensive card? You have this. All right. Now I'm really just hoping we hit Dragonhawk and at least... Oh my gosh. Really? Alright, well, I'm assuming you're going to robbery or some such? Alright, looks like they are. Man, we had so many things we could have drawn. Alright, doesn't matter. We're moving on. Okay, let's keep it. This is functional. Oh, I haven't seen old Dream Thief in a deck in a minute. What are you doing with Dream Thief over there? Bet, sure. They almost always take the removal spell. So we'll probably see Molten Exhale go away. In reality, though, Carnelian's probably the scarier card. Yep. I figured that's what they were going to take. But realistically, Carnelian is the thing they probably wanted to deal with. Yeah, let's just do it. Now, they can always have removal for us playing a dragon or some such, and just kind of is what it is. But didn't matter. Wow. I'm not sure what type of hands people are keeping lately, but I've had this happen a lot on Arena. And it sucks when we're trying to make videos for content for y'all, because we want to show games where stuff is happening. But then we get wins where stuff like this happens. And then it, like, you know, if we tell you, like, the deck went like 60, 70% in wins, it's like, because stuff like this happened. You know, like, so most of the time we don't show these because they're just not interesting, where nothing goes on. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's here, but mostly because I have a rant attached to it. But yeah, I don't know what people are doing on the ladder these days. Like, we've had this happen today alone, I think 4 games like this, where they play the first couple of spells, you kill one thing or whatever, and then the game's over. So, very weird. Very weird. Ooh, boy. All right, let's keep it. Sarkin, we're leaning on you, friend. Hopefully you don't get discarded or something early, because we're going to be hurting otherwise. Hell, right now it's just, does Sarkin even live? That's question number 1. Big money, no whammies. Yeah, we'll keep that. Oh, hey, okay, they didn't. That's a start. The problem here, though, is if we don't draw an untapped land, we're probably going to have to spend that mana on Carnelian, or our treasure, and that's not great. They also are playing dragons. They also have a Sarkin. Well, isn't that something? Alright, let's draw an untapped land. That's where this rides on, and we failed. Oh, so what do we do here? The thing is, we cost them their land, their treasure, to deal with our Sarkin. So, trying to decide how I want to go about this. I think I am going to risk this, because it's kind of the same thing. But if we get a 5th... I guess it doesn't matter. We're still going to play Magmatic Hellkite next, I think. And I'm just going to go after their green-red land and leave them minus a color. I think is the plan here. Yes, let's just do that. And, yeah, we'll attack. Why not? Now we have the option of, like, being able to dragon, attack, kill a thing, or just play Dragonhawk and see what happens. Alright. We also know they have a Dragonhawk, so we do have to be careful with how this math is going to work. So if we play this, that's 9, 10, 11, 12... Yeah, we have to just go for it. Yep, that'll do it. Cool. Not sure how much of a mirror match that was, but was not expecting to see that. I'll tell you that. All right, let's keep it. This is an all removal hand, so if our opponent's not playing creatures, this is kind of bad. Ooh, duress. Normally, opponents duress us, and we're like, oh, we have all these creatures. But hey, this time we have all spells. Yeah, I don't know what you want to take here, opponent. This is all you. Like, I ain't got a clue. Momentum break. Sure, I'll discard a dragon? I don't know. Are you just doing discard things? Is that what this is trying to tell us? Pass a turn. The opponent knows our whole hand here, so nothing's a surprise. Ooh, let's draw a thing that gets rid of artifacts and enchantment. Oh, that would have been the spot. That would have been the spot. I feel like they're not going to have much opportunity here, so I guess we just... I can't deal damage to that, unfortunately. It's not to any target. I guess we just attack the opponent here? I don't know. Assuming just like Liliana's going to show up here or something. Unholy Annex. All right. Wow, Llanowar, you ain't it. But this does set up a possibility of being able to flip the invasion next turn, which could be useful. So I'm gonna take a pit stop over there and see how the opponent feels about it. In the turn. Ah, red mana. I thought it was going to be a mono black deck because we've seen some mono black monument decks. So they're going to discard, get all their triggers from their thing. All right. I'd imagine one's going to be draw a card, the other's going to be make a treasure. And then we found a dragon. This is tough because the opponent's on low enough life that we have to consider the possibilities here, but I'm assuming they're just going to sweep the board or something and we're just going to be sad about it, but what are you going to do? Alright, we'll just queue up the GGs. This game was slow and clunky for us, and I have to assume they have a sweeper. No, you went with Shieldred. Hold on. Hold the phone. They know we have these, though. I guess I could have done this during their... No, because I played the dragon last time. And then try to deal the remainder? Okay, that worked. This is weird, man. Like, I don't know what to think right now. Alright, I guess we just attack the opponent. I mean, you gotta have a kill spell or something here, right? Unless maybe they were planning on us going after the invasion, and we didn't. Because now Shieldred's not good enough, and making the demon is almost good enough. Alright, Beseech. For something that costs 4. Yeah, I mean, you'll still have treasure. So that's a thing. The gain life, lose life is just a wash. We draw. Does that even matter? Oh, excuse me. We attack, attack, attack. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do it. And we can untap the Llanowar Elf. So yeah, just go attacking. Alright, nowhere to run. Says you kill the Llanowar Elf. Then you block the land, you take 5. We kill Shieldred. I guess I could have done that with the Llanowar Elf. Saved a point. Or saved a treasure. But then now if they sweep the board, they die to their own thing. So they have to make the demon here, right? Nope, there's a Beseech. That'll keep them alive, possibly. Alright, that's something. I mean, you're not dead. And then they lose 2 because they don't have a demon? Or are these little demons? Nope, they're not. So they already lost it. All right. Well, I guess our plan is just attack here. All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of confused. I was waiting for something else to happen. I think opponent may have also forgot that this guy has flying and trample. But like, yeah, they had 2 treasure and a land. So I thought maybe they have a kill spell or they're going to play something that gives another creature -3/-3, whatever, and buy themselves a turn. But yeah, that's a solid win. I'm still not totally sure what was going on here, but it was definitely built around this combination, it looks like. But either way, we'll take it. Okie dokie. Let's do it. Play an elf. I mean, this isn't bad, right? We could play Sarkhan, assuming Llanowar Elf lives, and then still play a Llanowar Elf. So that's cool. Though the elf might die here. Which would make sense. Yep. Not a shocker. Alright, that's helpful. I'm actually... Well, I'm going to pass. I thought about playing the Llanowar Elf, is what I was thinking about there, but I'm now thinking that if we don't draw land, we might be incentivized to just use the expensive taste and then just target the opponent, which could have been a real option to see if they have land. But what I think I'm going to do here instead, play a Llanowar Elf, attack for 2, hope we draw an untapped land if they kill our elf, which is a real possibility. Oh, they didn't though. Okay, well, now we just gamble. Like, do you have a counter then? It'd be weird because they're playing a super aggressive deck, but maybe they do. This one, neither one. Oh, that one deals. No, you gain life or deal damage. All right, well, I guess we'll just go for this. They're kind of the same at this point. All right. We're trying to do some things here. Okay, that's all it took, I guess. Okay, we're going to keep this and hope it works. No cut downs, please. Oh, that one actually makes green, not black, so we're good. Not to say this Llanowar Elf won't die, but we at least dodge it for a turn. Yep, going after our little old elves. That's actually fine, because it sort of sets up our play for us. Takes away some of the thinking. Now we can play a land, Carnelian, maybe still get to kill something here. What even is that? When one or more counters are... Oh, you're doing a +1/+1 counters thing. Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, we're still going to have to deal with it, but cool nonetheless. Alright. Got another one? Oh. Yes, I will go search for a land. That's... okay. I mean, I kind of get it if they thought it was a threat or something, like, sure. But cool for us, I suppose. Alright, well, we're going to activate this Restless Ridgeline, because what else am I going to do? Alright. That guy is a 4. Guess what? This is actually 4. And nothing to put the counters on, so that resolves safely. We are still not drawing dragons. We have like 12 of them in the deck, man. I don't know what we're supposed to do. If we just don't draw them, we don't draw them. I mean, we've gotten literally a third of the lands out. There we go. There's a dragon. I'll play that now, because we're in a situation where we might actually use that. Nothing. I guess that. It doesn't really matter. You're probably better off getting rid of Blooming Marsh, but whatever. It's so marginally different, it probably doesn't even come up in Standard. And the Hellkite dies. Fair enough. We can live with that. Okay, I'm assuming their hand's a bunch of removal spells. If you got either that or a bunch of really expensive stuff, take your pick. I'm just gonna pass and go search for a dragon, probably. Yeah, they're definitely keeping removal. So, we're dedicated to searching. I just gotta figure out what we want it to be. I feel like it's gotta be this guy, right? Alright, we'll do this first. Oh, they don't have instant speed removal. Okay, well that's good to know. We could have just won there. What are they holding on to if it's not that, though? Okay, cool. That's it. Okay. And removal, you know, maybe. Obviously, we don't love turn 1 Outcast, but that's fine. Authority of the Consoles. Who wants to play against that card? Alright. What do you got going on? This is probably like Domain something other. Yeah, that's what it is. If I were guessing. Okay, well. Let's see what this looks like. Put that on Dragon. We will attack. Play a Carnelian. Good news is we at least have, for now, an uncounterable dragon that can destroy the appropriate mana. So. Oh, yeah. Ooh, opponent's going to be cooked. Yep. That being said, our creatures do come into play tap, so we don't get the hasty benefit, which is a big deal. But a bunch of our removals, also not very good in this matchup. So there's that. Damn, that's rough when you're that hard up, but you do what you got to do to play your lands, you know? Okay, so the question now is it worth it to go for this? Because I'm tempted to just shoot the opponent here for 3, then attack those into here. I mean, I guess you have Day of Judgment. It's whatever. I mean, otherwise, what are we going to do? Alright. I mean, because this very well could just be land Day of Judgment. But, oh, no, it's Clifftop Lookout. I very much thought this was going to be something else this turn. I don't know what the opponent's deck is, apparently. Yeah, we'll just choose that. Yeah, this is just a big pile of damage here, I guess. I mean, it's still not lethal. Opponent is at 3. And then Sunfall here, I'm assuming, if you have an untapped land. Nope, it's a Day of Judgment. Oh, well, that's cute. Exactly enough off the top. Love when that happens. Submit 1. Like, it's exactly enough. Gotta love that. So yeah, I have to say, Gruul Dragons actually works pretty well. Better than anticipated. The green is just there for mana ramp, obviously, and giving us some versatility in the deck. But you could play Tranquil Frillback if you wanted to over the other green card. But I do like the fact that the green card is an instant. So that way you can actually respond to things super nice. So I did like that. We got to see all the cards in action. We didn't get to see much from the Outcast, unfortunately. We either drew it early so it died, or we didn't have it when we had all of our land. But we still won a fair amount of games and can't really complain about that too much. Yeah, if there's anything, I just wish there was more we could do with the green in the deck, so I'll probably have to explore that. But otherwise, yeah, if you want to play Gruul Dragons, here's one for you. Double damage on dragons is actually pretty sweet. We just didn't get it quite enough. But yeah, download it, have fun with it, check out the sponsor, watch another video and watch it all the way through because that helps the channel. Or become a channel member if you want deck help. But that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.